This match was released first for our members on YouTube and Patreon. Becoming a member is the only way to watch all Purpose Wrestling shows presented in full. Thank you to all these YouTube and Patreon members who help us bring Purpose Wrestling to you. To support Purpose Wrestling, become a member at purposewrestling.com/members. Link in the description. Purpose Wrestling, for the love of wrestling.
I am Purpose Champion, and I deserve to be Purpose Champion. I earn this.
I am not only the best wrestler in this country, but I am the toughest wrestler in this country, because no matter what happens, I keep coming back and I keep winning. Being tough, being the best, also means that I am dangerous.
And then I organized with Michael Oku, the old nemesis that took away my first chance at this.
The danger doesn't end here.
Don't you dare think you're gonna take it from me again.
This story, TK, has weaved its way all the way from the inaugural Purpose show. The history of Michael Oku and Nino Bryant goes back years, and we are culminating it here with a title match. Your new champion, Nino Bryant, defending against possibly the best wrestler in the country, Michael Oku.
Possibly. You have to keep me up to speed here, Bobby, on what the backstory is. You know, I haven't been in Purpose all the way. I'm not necessarily a Purpose OG, but you know, I've been around town, but I'm not necessarily up to speed with what the beef is here. But I'm looking forward to possibly one of the best wrestlers in the country going against Michael Oku.
You've not been around since the beginning, Teeks, but you're an OG in my heart. We are Michael Oku wearing an eye patch, you'll see. This is from a brutal match he had last week with Luke Jacobs, headbutted in the eye. Oku's eye now stitched back together and under that eye patch. Do you think that's going to come into play? Do you think Nino Bryant is the kind of wrestler who's going to take advantage of that eye patch?
I mean, we've seen Nino Bryant always take the high road, but as you've said, there's history here. So potentially there is the opportunity here for Nino to exact some revenge, where he can. You know, we always talk about, you know, if you got a bandaged arm, leg, midsection, that's a target, and it is really it's really on the champion here whether or not he wants to take that shortcut.
Now the eyes are generally out of bounds in wrestling, but that's never stopped people in the past.
For what it's worth as well, I can tell you honestly, as much as I take stabs at Michael here from the commentary booth, shaped like a table, I was penciled in to be Michael Oku's replacement should he not be capable to take this match. You know, I'd be honored to wrestle for the championship. I'd be honored to wrestle Nino Bryant, first time ever. But Mike told the booking committee he refused to take it off because he is that determined to be the champion. He is that determined to, I guess, humiliate Nino Bryant. That, you know, that's what you're saying to the history. I feel like Michael, even if he got his eye removed, he would be here tonight.
The story of the Purpose Championship, the story of the promotion that is Purpose Wrestling, is almost the story of Michael Oku and Nino Bryant. The first time they collided was in a tag match with Destination Everywhere, as a foursome took on David Francisco, Nino Bryant, Jordon Breaks and Solomon Lamb in a brutal war. And then we move on to the tournament. In the tournament quarterfinals, Nino was given his spot by Rex Armstrong. He then went on to knock Michael Oku out of the tournament in the quarterfinals. The crowd erupted. Bryant would not give up no matter how long he was in the half crab. Beats Michael Oku with his tornado DDT. Moves on to the semi-finals where he fought Connor Mills, who only got past Nino because Oku cheated for him. That is how long this history goes.
It's funny how things work out. I mean, even after all of that, here we are, Nino Bryant, Purpose champion. And
do you know what?
Not one contender.
Do you know what it took for Nino Bryant to become Purpose Wrestling champion? A fair shot at the title. I'm going to throw it down to Chris Hatch for the introductions.
Wrestling of the half crab, Michael Oku! And his opponent to my left, he is your current reigning, defending Purpose Wrestling Champion, Nino Bryant!
This match is one of the most personal in Purpose history. I was going to continue with the story of how this came about. The reason David Francisco and Michael Oku were so at odds is because Michael Oku refused to stop trying to attack Nino, attack Nino's family, call out Nino after he was brutally beaten down with a steel chair by Bullet and Ollie Peace. Michael Oku is obsessed with Nino Bryant, obsessed with the fact that Nino Bryant knocked him out of the tournament, obsessed with the only loss on his record in Purpose being to Nino Bryant.
I mean, you talk about that obsession, Bobby, but you can see how serious Michael is taking this opportunity to become Purpose Wrestling Champion. I mean, normally, in Purpose, you would see Mike don the weird cow print jeans, but here he is in full main event garb.
You're right, Teeks. I think he does want the title. He wants the title not only so Nino doesn't have it. He wants to be able to rub it in the face of the Purpose fans. He wants to be able to rub it in the face of the Purpose booking committee. He wants to be able to rub it in the face of David Francisco. I am Purpose champion. You are not.
And would you be surprised ever that be the mentality of the Michael Oku we know?
No,
It's that we love, but we just know him.
No one loves Michael Oku in this library. Oku now checking that eye patch, making sure it's secure. Nino there you go. Much to what you said before the bell, Teeks. Nino allowing Oku to adjust that eye patch. He could have attacked there. Oku was vulnerable. Nino choosing to take the high road.
Because I think it was what you were talking about earlier. Like, honestly, do you think if the shoe was on the other foot, if it was Nino with the eye patch, then we wouldn't have immediately seen a super kick or the running drop kick or the
404, the running knee.
Exactly, almost like on the bell.
On the belt, and he would have been relentless as well. That eye would have probably come out of the socket by now, and we'd have a new champion. But Nino is a better competitor than that. Even though you can see it on his face, he hates Michael Oku. He hates this man who helped train him. This cheap shot by Oku.
Exactly what we said.
Wailing on Nino Bryant now, waiting for that moment, waiting for the referee to separate Bryant from the ropes.
You could argue Michael is fighting the uphill battle here, where he's taking it off.
It's still bandaged underneath that eye.
Horribly disfigured.
No wonder he's in such a foul mood. He's always in a bad mood when he comes to the library anyway.
Somebody
with that bruising on his eye. Low bridge by Nino Bryant. Gets ahead of steam. Suicide dive. Wipes out Oku. Chases Oku. Follows him in. Sends him back to the ring. Bryant follows him in. Into the corner. A shoulder barge. And a second one. Rolls back through. Got to look for a third. No, this time with a high kick.
That was in the region of the eye. I'm sure it was the other eye, but
hey, if you can't see out of either eye, you really can't fight. Nino now, back elbow. You're right. Maybe his tactic is to go for the other side to wear out the eye of both sides.
Oh my God, Nino is incredible.
Springboard Hurricane Rana takes down Michael Oku. Nino Bryant in control of this match early. The Purpose fans, as always, taking Nino Bryant on board. He is Purpose's heart and soul. Oku sending Nino to the outside. Nino springs over, jumps the turnbuckle, changes direction, hits Michael with an enziguri.
And Mike's got to be thinking about that too. Every headshot, you can't when you're 100%, you can kind of risk
the athleticism of Nino Bryant
taking headshots. But here, Mike has to play it safe because he needs to get those hands up. He needs to be turning his face away.
All it'll take is one erroneous shot to that eye, and that eye is going to swell up, and he's not going to be able to see out of it. Nino ahead of steam.
I mean,
up over the top, onto the second rope.
I might have to call it early.
Middle rope sense on there, wipes out Oku. Nino Bryant still in control. You're right. Referee for this championship match is Martin Raymondson. He's going to have to keep an eye on that eye.
if you can get 5 eye references in no, you owe me a beer and that's it.
Nino now in control. Pulling on the hair, or on the chin, sorry, of Michael Oku. Refusing to go for the eye though. Dragon Sleeper. No, Nino flips over. Tries to come back around for the DDT, but Oku overpowers him. Just drops Nino down face first. I don't even know what you call that, Teeks.
Devastating. Nat 20. Niggas love. Bear pun.
Now both men, like Michael just needing the separation. Nino needs to take advantage of the fact, I know he was the one hit with the slam, but Nino's still with the advantage, gets to his feet. Trying to drag Oku to the centre. Oku with an eye rake now, trying to level the playing field. Boot to the face.
I, for one, don't respect it.
Nino fighting from the corner, working on the knee. Just a back kick, a mule kick to the face of Nino Bryant. Oku powers up Bryant into a vertical suplex. The spine shattering off the thing into the cover. This could be it. Nino having to really power out there. Great cover by Oku.
Riley, the MBF, take notes. No, I'm kidding. Seriously. I'm kidding. Sort of.
Oku back to his feet. Nino will not stay on the mat. The heart of Nino has never been in question. Nino seems to have a plan. If he's on the ground, he's going to work the left knee of Oku. I don't know what that's leading to. But every time he's fighting from the floor, he's aiming for the knee.
It's just the closest thing, I think, at the time.
Shots to the gut. Forearm. I think in a striking contest, Michael Oku is going to have the advantage. He's taller, he's got more range. Wiping out Nino.
But will the deficiency in the eye mean some sort of depth perception isn't quite what it should be with the strikes? So far, that hasn't been the case. Almost not even worth bringing up. But it remains to be seen. We could see later on in this match that does take a toll.
Oku is a smart competitor. You've got to think he's taking everything into account. He's got to account for his own depth perception. He's probably going to try and punch through Nino's face.
Well, if he just keeps punching all of the Ninos that he sees, eventually he's going to hit one of them.
As always, now we play. No, now you start. Nino, great reversal. Had a cut into the cover. Had a plan for the half crab. Oku cuts him off there just as he tries to get some momentum. Sending Nino off, looking for the 404. Nino reverses with a Hurricane Rana. Sends Oku to the mat, straight into the cutter. Great tactic by Nino Bryant, hooking the leg and the neck, but Oku just kicks out. Both men now struggling to get to their feet. Nino exhausted already. He's taking quite a lot of punishment, especially straight to the face, straight to the head. We haven't mentioned this yet, TK, but he suffered a lot of damage to the head, even a concussion at the hands of Bullet. Managed to fight his way from the floor then and get a victory. I don't know if Oku's aware of that, but he seems to be going for the head a lot.
I mean, that's the heart of the champion, though.
Nino maybe look for a DDT or a suplex. Oku reverses, sends Nino off the rope, springboard off the middle. Great crossbody, floats through. Nino now psyching himself up.
He's starting to feel it.
Nino looking for that springboard again, flips over. This time lands it into that inverted DDT, into the cover, hooks the leg. Oku slides out, no kind of efficacy on that kick out, just rolls out.
Close enough is good enough sometimes.
Nino looking for that springboard DDT that he is used to win so many matches. Oku cuts him off at the pass but gets shots to the head. Notice now Nino was going for the same side as the eye is damaged. Powers Oku up. What strength by Bryant into the airplane spin. Oh, what a slam. Plants him on the floor into the cover. Oku just rolls his shoulder out.
So innovative. That was awesome.
I don't know what you call that. It's like almost down into an inverted Falcon Arrow from there.
Nino didn't send us any notes, so that just gets called what it looked like. Burning, hammered, Falcon, Arrow, driver slam, bomb, net 20. Made with love.
Crowd firmly behind Nino Bryant. Oku looking like he's reeling now. That eye has got to be swelling up even more. He's been dunked on his head a couple of times now. There's no way that eye's avoided the damage.
He should probably put the eye patch back on.
Bryant calling Oku up, trying to like scream at Oku to get back to his feet. Nino's got a plan here. Goes to the top, looks for the springboard. What a super kick by Oku!
Shades of a young David Francisco there.
Cutting Nino off at the pass. Penalty kick to the jaw. Off the top rope. Hit that moonsault straight onto the head of Nino Bryant. Nino kicks out at 2, but his brain's got to be rattled. The Oku way is to work the brain. Nino changes direction, avoids the 404, gets a drop kick of his own, cuts Michael Oku off at the pass. Nino there using the one thing he's got in his arsenal that he's definitely got over Oku, and that is that speed, that agility. Both men down now. The referee, Martin Ravenson, has counted 3. If he gets to 10, this one will be called in favour of Nino Bryant, the champion.
And I imagine neither man wants this to end on the draw, and Michael Oku especially doesn't want Nino to leave with that belt.
And you know Nino wants to pin Michael Oku one more time. He has done it once before.
100%.
Nino now, you can see it on his face, he is a bit rattled. He needed that breather.
Michael Oku as well, you can see. That eye is starting to get a bit bulbous.
What a right hand. I think if you look closer, you can even see a smaller bit of blood there coming from the eye. Nino now winding up. What a swing.
Again, you never want to see anybody, regardless of how we feel about them, get injured. But you know, it's at the wrestlers and the referee's discretion how much longer they let this go.
This match has had a different flair to their first encounter. Their first encounter was these two trying to out-wrestle each other. This one is a fight. They wanted to prove who was the better wrestler last time. They want to prove who is the tougher fighter this time. Oku sweeps the leg, looking for the half crab. Nino Bryant using that leg power, sends him off. A kick from the ground, both feet into the chest. Missed with that right arm, but comes back with the left elbow. Oku with the overhead kick, that Pele kick to the head. The one more time, and Nino gives him one of his own. Pele kick for Pele kick. It's like Brazil in the 60s. Nino Bryant now looking for that DDT. Oku nearly tried to reverse it, but I think he dropped Nino Bryant onto his knee there across the backbreaker. Great reversal.
Backbreaker, maybe didn't get all of it. Looking for it again, maybe to double up.
Into the vertical suplex. Brainbuster.
Goldberg, eat your heart out.
Now that is classic Oku. As Nino kicks out, Oku already has the leg hook straight into the half crab.
That's why they call him the master. And if they don't, he definitely calls himself that. So.
Oku always with a plan B, C and D. Had that leg hooked already. Nino Bryant is a foot away from the ropes, but he might as well be a mile. Dragging his way to the bottom rope. Just makes it. Hooks it in. Oku has to let go. He knows he cannot get disqualified. He will not win the title.
There was no way the champ, there was no way that feeling inside Nino was going to let him tap right there.
I think you're going to have to go some way to make Nino Bryant tap out.
And we've seen how far Michael Oku is willing to go. I mean, you talk about that street fight, that unsanctioned. I mean, I don't know if we even sanctioned it as a street fight, but we saw the limits Michael Oku was willing to go past with David Francisco. And I imagine within the confines of the rules, we could probably see something similar here tonight.
And probably a few bits just outside of them, as long as our referee Martin Ravenson isn't watching, Teeks. Powers Nino up now, just drags him from the mat, pushes him into the corner. Nino trying to fight out. Right hand, just a clubbing back blow. Powering Nino up into the corner now. What's he looking for? Maybe a superplex? Setting Nino up now, following him up to that second rope. Oku taking time to jaw jack with the fans.
And as I was saying earlier in the other matches, some people just be taking too much time, and there you go. That's case in point.
Nino shoving Oku off the top. Nino knows this is his opportunity. He needs to follow up quickly. Oku straight back up. Super kick to the jaw. To get the height, he had to leave his feet, but he connected squarely with the jaw of Nino Bryant. Nino's head must be rattled, Teeks.
I mean, yeah. How many strikes have we seen Michael Oku?
A few super kicks, the moonsault to the head. Nino now fighting back, standing on that top rope.
The numbers are racking up.
Nino with the wrist control above Oku, using the head. Maybe not the wisest idea. Nino, look at that tornado DDT from the top.
Off of the buckle.
And he hits it. Oku rolls through to not get all the damage, but he was dunked on his head nonetheless. Nino, tornado DDT. That one landed cleanly. Oku is done for. The champion has retained in his second defense. Oku just finds the ropes. Nino hooking the inside leg. If he'd have hooked the outside leg, this one was over, Teeks.
I think Michael got lucky there. I think Nino might have just overhooked the leg, that maybe Mike didn't even kick out. The leg just fell into place, and I think that might have just been maybe even instinctual from Michael there.
It could have been exhaustion on Nino's part, or even maybe re-aggravated that concussion.
Again, we were talking about the number of strikes Nino's taken to the head. The numbers are in action right here.
Nino following Oku out to the apron now, grabbing him by the hair. Nino keeps winding up these like baseball style right arms, winding right back. Oku with the neck snap over the top rope. Nino barely on his feet.
Why is he looking at the floor?
He's not going to suplex him to the outside. The fans are moving, those chairs are empty. Oku looking to suplex Nino to the outside onto the chairs.
I mean, we already lost the deposit on this place when Amira ripped that book up. We might as well.
Reversal by Nino. Super kick. Nino saving his title reign right there, TK. Nino now telling the other side to move.
Saving the title reign, saving that £500 deposit.
Nino lining up, looking for that springboard moonsault. Off the middle rope, and he hits it, wiping out Oku on the outside. Nino with 2 big hits now. That's what he needs. Needs to get back in the ring. At this point, with all the damage Nino has taken, maybe a count out is the way to go, Tix. Maybe that is the wisest move.
I think it might. Look at the way he's. What's going on here? I feel like he's the one that hit the offensive move. But I think again we were talking about all those strikes to the head earlier. I feel like Nino might have clocked himself on the moonsault there.
Nino is rattled. He's exhausted. His head has been worked on.
We just saw him fire up and then
collapse again.
He didn't even make it back into the ring. That's how much this match has taken out of him so far.
Raymondson may need to get the medical crew to come and check on Nino's head.
Somehow Michael is going to get back to the ring first.
It'd be wise of him to try and break the count, but no, Nino, the heart and soul of purpose, showing you why I coined him that, getting back in the ring to finish this match.
That's a good point though, Bobby. I feel like Michael probably didn't even realize the jeopardy he was putting himself in, only getting himself back into the ring. If he had won the count out, he still wouldn't have won the belt.
Nino cannot get his feet underneath him. The referee now asking if Nino can continue. Nino says yes, but how wise is that?
Checks on Michael as well.
Michael Oku has constant...
He's got the jelly legs though. Nino's really looking like he's on jelly legs. I don't like this.
Michael Oku has constantly used the phrase, work the brain, and that is exactly what he's trying to do. Sends Nino over, face first into the turnbuckle. Follows it up, drop kick to the back of the head.
You see the way his head hit that second buckle on the way down?
Nino Bryant has collapsed. Oku can cover him now. This one is over. Nino barely conscious. I don't know if he is conscious, Teeks. This is dangerous. Raymondson needs to get in there and have a proper look. Knee to the jaw again.
He's vicious, but no more vicious than it normally is. I think he's okay.
I don't know, I've never seen Nino's legs go like this much like jelly. Oku, there you go. Oku can't even drag Nino to his feet. Dead weight. Now it's kicking the back of the head while Nino's draped on the bottom rope. His throat over the middle rope. Oku laying in the forearms.
He's on the ropes as well, come on. Get off of him.
Oku will use that entire 5 count. If anything, that rope is just making Nino rebound back into another elbow strike. You can hear what the fans think of Michael Oku.
Fans willing him on though. They want him back on his feet, and I think you can see it in Nino's face. He wants to get back up.
Nino Bryant always wants to fight. Whether his body will physically let him is a completely different matter. Oku just standing over Nino.
He's playing with his food almost now.
Nino swings wildly and misses. Nino's vision has got to be blurred, doubled or triple teaks.
Wow, so he's on even par with Michael at the moment then.
Yeah, but Michael's had a week to get used to it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He knows that the middle one's the right one to go for. Nino,
yes,
shrugging that foot off, slugging Michael with the right hand, and a second. Michael just putting up the arm, defending himself. Nino has not got a lot left in those strikes. Michael getting the leg up there.
Yeah, Michael showing he doesn't have any MMA prowess whatsoever to check that kick, but he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to at this point.
Nino's just swinging now. Michael bringing both arm and leg up to defend himself. And didn't see that headbutt coming. Clean shot to the jaw.
Just like I told him.
Has he been at the TK Cooper School of Wrestling?
Unlike the
flying headbutt.
What did you say earlier?
Gimmick infringement takes.
Gimmick infringement.
Nino was looking for that tornado DDT. Didn't have enough to get to the top rope. Oku follows him in with the knee. Off the ropes. 404. Brain not found. Into the cover. This is over. Bryant just rolls out.
How?
Pure instinct, TK. Pure instinct. Oku dragging Nino back to his feet, looking for another 404. Nino is out, he is unconscious, it is done. We have a new Purpose Wrestling champion. Nino's just rolling the shoulder, like barely. Michael didn't put much on that cover, and it shows. Like a lion playing with his food, Oku is in control. The crowd trying to get under Michael's skin, saying that he cannot beat Nino. Nino's going to have to pull out something special to win this one. Knee shot after knee shot to the head, working the brain.
Yeah, Martin Raymondson getting in there, making sure he's still able to compete there. But I mean, there's still signs of life, so I feel like Nino's still good.
The referee's discretion is final. What a knee! The last 404. Not the last. One more time. 404. Nino turned inside out. Oku not going for the cover. What is he doing? He wants to end the career of Nino Bryant. He doesn't just want the title. He wants Nino done.
You said it was personal, Bobby, and this might go further than that.
This is despicable behaviour. He could end this now. He's not attempted a pin in the last 404 knee strikes and a couple of other knee strikes to boot. He's not even attempted the pin. The Bryant brothers now, Nino's younger brothers, Leland and Zander, checking on him. Trying to convince Nino to give this one up, saying the title is not worth your health. Nino ushering his brothers away. Oku looking to make an example of Bryant. One more 404. Nino is lifeless. Just dropping knees across the lifeless head. 3 in a row. Drags Nino back up. 404 again.
How many times? How many times is he going to do this?
Not going for the pin. Raymondson having to separate the two combatants now. Calling it.
What?
He has called this match.
No, come on.
Raymondson breaking up, telling Oku to leave Bryant alone. The Bryant brothers, Leland and Zander, checking on their older brother.
Nino Bryant cannot continue. This match is ended in a stoppage. Why? Therefore, your winner and new Purpose Wrestling
You're joking.
champion.
The crowd aren't happy. I'm not very happy, and TK Cooper, you do not sound happy.
He didn't even pin him. He didn't even tap him out.
The referee's decision is final, Teeks. If the champion cannot continue, this one is over. Over in unconventional circumstances. We have a new Purpose Wrestling champion. The third ever Purpose Wrestling champion, Michael Oku, collecting belts all over London, has put down Nino Bryant in horrific fashion.
And you can see Purpose fans around the room, around the library. There's a real, I don't know what this feeling is right now.
The energy has been sucked out of the room by Michael Oku, relentlessly working on the brain, beating down Nino Bryant. There is no need for the level of violence. Oku decided that he wasn't going to pin Nino. Thank you, Leland. Stopping Oku in his tracks there. Telling Oku to take the belt and leave. Telling him no one wants to hear from him, and there has not been a truer word spoken, Teeks.
When a teenager is the voice of reason,
Something's wrong. And you know what's wrong? Michael Oku is the Purpose Wrestling champion. Nino Bryant, in a hard-fought defense, just couldn't put up with the relentless barrage to his brain. After a concussion at the last show, taking on the monster that is Bullet, Nino Bryant had one too many knees to the head. And that was it. Martin Rameson making the right call, calling in favour of Nino's health.
there will be more Purpose events. There will be more title matches for Nino Bryant. We as wrestlers, we wrestle more times than just at Purpose Wrestling. So Martin Rameson making the right call there for Nino Bryant. He's got more bookings. He's got other dates he still has to make before we come back round to the next Purpose show.
But the news here is your new Purpose Wrestling champion is Michael Oku.
This was inevitable. It really was. I said to myself, if I couldn't beat Nino, then I didn't want to be in Purpose Wrestling. And I did it, just like I always do, all over the country, all over the world. I overcome what people think that I can't do, and I beat Nino. And all is right with the world. And now that I have this championship, I'm sure everybody's unhappy about it. The Purpose Wrestling fans are unhappy about it. I'm sure Purpose Wrestling management is unhappy about it. But not to fear, because there's nothing to be afraid of. You've got the best wrestler in this country holding your belt, and I'm going to be a good champion. I'm going to be a fighting champion. I'm going to take on all comers. Okay, I'm going to make sure that this championship is a new level of prestige, because I'm holding it and anyone can wrestle for it. Fighting champion, Michael Oku, as always. If anybody wants it, they can come get it. Except for Nino Bryant.
Thank you for watching Purpose Wrestling. Don't miss any of the great pro wrestling action live in Wimbledon. Join us at the Merton Art Space. All details for tickets in the description below. Make sure you subscribe to the Purpose Wrestling YouTube channel for more great matches. Thank you for watching and see you next time.